What's up, plant people? I am back again with another video. Today I will be talking about my February plant favorites. So I figured I will talk about 4 plants that have been my favorite so far, and then also 4 items that are of course plant related. I will just go ahead and get on into the video. My first item would be this humidifier. I actually got it at a Goodwill a couple weeks ago and I have been loving it, not even just for my plants but for myself. In the last video I posted, I was sick at the end of it. I came down with the flu, but I did end up going to the doctor, so I feel a lot better. This humidifier saved me while I was sick, and it is also just really good for my plants. I have like a few alocasias, marantas, my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, philodendrons sitting around the humidifier, just plants that really like that humidity. I do recommend getting a humidifier if you have plants that prefer it, because they will just flourish more than normal because they're in their environment that they are used to. My first plant of my February plant favorites is this Rhipsalis, and I'm pretty positive it is a Rhipsalis cereoides. I have had this plant for probably about 2 years now, or coming up to 2 years, and it is one of my favorites just because of how silly and funky it looks. It like breaks off on one end and then forms a new little stick, and it is just a really neat plant. I love plants that like look super funky or are kind of like singled out on their own or have like weird shapes and stuff. So this plant is really cool, and I actually got it from either a Lowe's or a Home Depot, but it was back in Mississippi, and I haven't seen them in stores since. So I'm really glad that I picked this up whenever I did, because it's definitely one of my favorites, and I have just been loving it a little bit more this month. We'll just go ahead and consider this one an item just because it's a bowl. Something I have been doing a lot more lately that I have not done previously is bottom watering. As I expand my collection, I am learning more and more about how to care for the different types of plants like one would. I have figured out that certain plants prefer bottom watering more than other ones. I've just been trying this method out on pretty much all of my plants and seeing which ones it works best on, and then which one, you know, would prefer to be top watered or watered in a different way. I fill it up about halfway with water, set my plant in it, and then it soaks up what it needs. It's just been really awesome. I can just set it down on my caddy, put my plant in it, go away for about 20 minutes, come back, and then the plant is good to go, and I know that it got the adequate amount of water that it wants. My next plant is this silver satin pothos, and it's also been called like satin scindactis. What makes this one so special is that I actually had it as just a cutting. It had 2 leaves on it, both of which were damaged. They had a hole in each one. This is about a couple months worth of just being in soil and growing new leaves, and it's probably put about 5 or 6 new leaves out, and it has just made me so happy, in particular over the past couple weeks, because I have it hanging by my bed so I get to admire the new leaves and just seeing the progress on it. It's just something super neat. My next item on my plant favorites would be this moisture meter. I got at either Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those, for around $10. What is cool about it is that it also has a pH meter and a light meter as well. You know, different plants need different light requirements, different moisture requirements. You know, it tells you dry, moist, wet. So it's convenient, especially in the colder months, because plants don't typically dry out as fast unless they have like a heater close to them. So it's just a good way of keeping track with your plants and if they need water or not. My next plant that has been on my current favorite is this Peperomia obtufosola. I did have a variegated version of it, but I sold it on my Depop because I got the regular version of it. I have had this plant before, but I sold it on my Depop as well, and I absolutely loved it. I had it hanging in my bathroom, and I just love the green, the dark green foliage on it and how thick the leaves are. Also, this plant does grow relatively fast, putting out probably about a leaf every few days or so. My last plant favorite is kind of a 2-in-1 deal. The plant sitting in this basket is a Heartleaf Philodendron, so of course that's going to be on my February favorites because Heartleaf. I admire this plant a lot just because of how many leaves it puts out. There's 2 new ones growing right here. One just opened up right here. I mean, it's just always putting out leaves no matter what, and that's always a fun thing to see. My last favorite is what the plant is sitting in, which is this woven basket. Goodwill does have a lot of woven baskets that you can find there, antique stores, thrift stores, and they're just perfect for little plants to sit in. It adds warmth to a room, it adds texture, and instead of having to, you know, find a pot to repot it in, you can just take the nursery pot that the plant is in and just put it in here. And then also this particular woven basket has a plastic lining on the inside. If I'm watering this plant, it's still kind of dripping, I can just put it in here and not have to worry about it soaking through the bottom and getting on whatever surface it's sitting on. So that was my February plant favorites. If you liked what I had to share, give it a thumbs up, comment if you want to. I am really enjoying making these videos. I love plants. It is my passion. Hopefully I can make this a monthly thing. We'll see. I will see you guys in my next video. One of my friends just commented on my Facebook post about my YouTube video, and he said that I should throw in some spicy plant puns. So let me end that video on a plant pun. So let me Google one. Ashley, can you come here real fast? Come here. I'm ready to make it from cacti to cactus.
What's that mean?
It was a pun. Do you get it?
Yeah.
All right, you're getting heavy.